Today we're going to be doing a review on the MPH Beauty Serum Foundation that just launched at Sephora. I'm going to be putting this to the test on this oily skin for the entire day. So let's see if this is worth your cash. So we're gonna go ahead and start off with this blank canvas. But before we get started, I do wanna please ask you to not forget to hit that subscribe button down below. That really helps this channel continue to grow. If you enjoy watching foundation reviews, wear tests, please go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing them. And also, Bonitas, don't forget that all the products will be listed down below in the description box, as well as they will pop up as I speak on them throughout the video. You can click on them and check the products out. So let's go ahead and start. So I have here the MPH New Le Skin Serum Foundation. I just picked this foundation up from my local Sephora yesterday. They did retail for $49. Not cheap at all for foundation. And here you do get 1 standard ounce. And I'm going to be reading a little bit about this foundation before we get started. So let's pull up the Sephora app. So this is a weightless, breathable foundation developed to work perfectly with underpainting with buildable to medium coverage and a fresh, natural finish. This is a serum formulation. It does also contain 2% niacinamide, known to visibly even skin tone and improve skin texture. Also hyaluronic acid, known to hydrate and plump the look of the skin. This is vegan and cruelty-free. It glides on like a serum, melting into the skin for a smooth second skin finish. Apply a thin layer for a natural look or build up layers for a fuller coverage look. The skin's gonna stay hydrated all day, never cakey or drying. There are 35 shades of this foundation. I did pick up the shade Medium 150N, the neutral tone. We're gonna go ahead and start with the foundation. I'm excited because it is hydrating. Right now in the winter, even though I do have oily skin, hydration is very essential and much needed. So let's go ahead and pump this out. Oh, first things first, it does say to shake the foundation. So let's go ahead and apply it on the back of the hand. This is what shade 150N looks like. Very liquidy, serum-y consistency. So I'm gonna take it right here. Up here, ooh. It does have a little bit of a scent. Nothing like fragrancy. It smells kind of like coconuts. But it doesn't have coconuts in. That's just what it smells like to me. So let's see how it covers this redness. I'm just taking a It Cosmetics brush to apply this. Now, they did also launch a foundation brush when they launched this foundation. I just didn't want to pick up another brush. I have several brushes. I'm like, I don't need to spend more money on another brush, so let me just stick to what I have. So right away, you can definitely see the glow from this foundation. It does not feel heavy at all. It honestly feels like you're applying skincare onto the skin. It's covering all that redness immediately, and I definitely do feel like this is a true to neutral tone. Something too I want to recommend, whenever you use a foundation that is more so of a serum-like consistency, you want to be mindful of how you prep your skin. If you go in with certain products that make your skin look more glowy, the foundation is going to lay more on the glowy side. If you put things that are going to look a little bit more normal, I think the foundation will give you more of like a normal finish. I do think it's very workable according to how you prep your skin. And you guys know prep is very important. MPH Beauty is founded by Mary Phillips, who is a celebrity makeup artist. She's known for doing a lot of Kendall Jenner's makeup looks. So when you see Kendall Jenner, Hailey Bieber, a lot of their makeup starts with skincare. So they really develop products that do really well or are able to be customized with skincare prep. So that's just something to note. But you can see, this is what it looks like. I think it looks very beautiful. It covered the redness very well, considering the fact that it's more so of a natural type of finish and it's customizable. Yes, for a more natural look, you can use less. For a more full coverage look, you can use more layers. But I truly think that with this foundation, like, it covered what it needed to cover for me with 1 pump. Now, this is what it looks like on the back of the hand. I don't know if you can see that, but like, look how radiant that is laying on the skin. So again, this does give a radiant finish. Right off the bat, it's pretty, but I'll definitely do have to do a little bit of setting as somebody with oily skin if I don't want to get too dewy. But I think first impressions, somebody that has dry skin or really likes a lot of hydration, you're going to love how this applies. So I'm gonna go on and do the other side. I'm gonna stick to brush today. I've been really on a brush kick. You can do this with also a sponge, like a damp sponge, but I do feel like you'll get more of a natural type of finish, more sheer results. But I think that if you're somebody that really does prefer a very natural look, you don't have a lot that you're trying to minimize, like redness or anything like that, I don't think that you need a lot of this product. I also think too, whenever I see foundations, especially when you have a like larger shade range from like 30s to 40 foundation shades, I always suggest going in store to swatch the product and kind of see how it works on the back of the hand, or if you want to be swatched or whatever, shade matched, because I do feel like with this, you definitely want to try it out. But something else I also do want to point out when it comes to that is that this is one of those foundations that is going to give you glow. And it's not cheap, it's $49. So we really want to see how this is going to wear for the entire day. So I love doing these wear tests because everything can look beautiful when you first apply, but it's really how it wears for the whole day that really tells you everything you need to know about the product. Okay, so this worked very beautiful with the brush. I really like how it worked with the brush. I do think that if you want more full coverage results, I think with a brush, it will be the best way to apply this. Again, you can see the skin looks radiant. It looks very healthy, very beautiful. And I can tell that the hydration on the skin is there. It's not clinging onto any of my texture, which is a good thing too. Like there's no little dry spots. You can really see how nice and hydrating this product really is. Again, very, very lightweight, very breathable. And I think that's something that a lot of people do look for, especially in this day and age where everybody wants more so of a natural makeup look. Nothing too heavy or intense. This is not like that. It's truly a nice serum-like consistency. What I'm gonna go ahead and do now is I'm gonna finish up the rest of my makeup, and then I'm gonna come back and give you guys my very first initial thoughts on how this all looks, how this all wears together, and then we can start this wear test. It is 8:30 in the morning, and I am back full face, ready for the day, outfit on, and we have the MPH Beauty Serum Foundation on the complexion. This is what it looks like. I only applied powder on the under eyes where I tend to get very creasy if I don't set, so there's powder there, but I didn't powder the rest of the face. You can see definitely has a natural glow to the face when you first like go ahead and apply it. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. This is going to be a wear test on oily skin, but I'll give my thoughts for all different types of skin, but this is just what it's all looking like once on the skin. I have to say I really do appreciate how lightweight it feels. It feels extremely lightweight, and at the touch it's not sticky. That's a good thing, because sometimes serum foundations and just very lightweight foundations can feel very sticky. This does not feel sticky at all. I feel like where you can see like the most dew is definitely this T-zone. So what I do want to go ahead and do is I want to take a little bit of my pressed powder to just kind of apply a little bit of powder just to one side of the face to kind of see how it does without it and with it. So I'm using the Reina Rebelde On Your Face finishing powder in Almendra. And I'm gonna link everything down below so you can check it out. And I'm just gonna go ahead and take my puff, and I'm gonna do this side just to kind of like set everything into place. Also wanna see how it works with my powders. But because it's such a lightweight foundation, I feel like it will work well with anything that you layer on top. And sometimes I will say, although this foundation does have a glow to it, sometimes when you start off with a base that's super lightweight, if you have oily skin and then you build on it with powders, it's going to look and last really beautifully. So we shall definitely see about that. You never want to write off a foundation, but I will say what will lean you to write it off is definitely the fact that it is not cheap. Like, it is a pricey foundation. So I completely understand that aspect of it. Even when I was buying it, I was like, ooh. But I'm doing it for Hola Bonitas so I can give you guys the real honest tea before you go out and purchase these items. But it worked well with the powder. Very, very well. It looks beautiful. It doesn't look cakey or heavy on the skin. It gives such a beautiful finish. So this is with no powder. So this would work best for somebody who wants that glow, somebody with dry skin. It's not clinging onto any of my dryness or my texture. Also, something else that I do want to note about this foundation is that it worked really well with my creams, my powder that I use on my under eye, and my concealer. I will have all the products I use down below in my description box so you can check them out. But I mean, you can see the difference between setting it and not setting it. Something that I was thinking while I was doing my makeup, just as an oily skin girl, especially because I do feel like this is going to be targeted more so to normal to dry skin, is, you know, this foundation feels and looks beautiful, first impressions. But I'm like, if they're not going to come out with like a matte foundation in the future, and this is going to be like their hero product, I would love for them to come out with a really nice, like soft matte press powder, so that can be something that you can use along with this foundation. Like I said, this foundation is one of those foundations that you can layer things on really nicely and beautifully where it won't look cakey. So I think this with a pressed powder to give you that soft matte finish, if you want that finish, could be magical. So this is what we're looking like. Again, like I mentioned, right now it is 8:33 in the morning. I'm gonna begin this wear test. It is a very, very rainy day, so I'm not gonna get the best in natural lighting clip, but I will do the best for Eaze Bonitas. So stay tuned, and yeah, I'm excited. I wanted to do an in natural lighting clip. This is the side where we didn't touch up with powder, just the foundation. You can see it definitely has a glow. The nose area has a little bit of some oiliness right there, just the slightest. I know it's gonna pick up in a little bit, but right now it is 11:27 in the morning, so still early. This is the side with no powder. This is the side with powder. This side looks a tiny bit more like put together and okay, but they honestly kind of look similar at this time. But this is what we're looking like. The sun is starting to come out. Thank goodness. It's been raining all morning, but here we have it. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you at the end of the day. Bonitas, bonitas, I'm back. Right now it is 5:33 p.m. and this is what the complexion looks like using the new MPH Le Skin Serum Foundation. So we are looking very oily. We're looking oily. Both sides, the side we powdered, the side we didn't powder, look equally as oily. I didn't touch up through the day. I just left it as is, let it do its thing. I do have here my little blotting sheets, which I will link these because I love these. I'm just gonna use Hello Kitty to blot. Oh yeah, we are very, very oily. Ooh, but I will say, after blotting, the foundation is still on and it looks really pretty once blotted. Interesting. Okay, so I have to say, I'm impressed by the fact that even after we blotted, the foundation is still on. Like, it still is on. It doesn't fade, which is a really good thing. The thing though is that if I'm paying $49 and I have oily skin and I'm gonna have to blot, I'd rather just find something that works best for my oily skin. You know what I mean? So I would say for oily skin, this one probably wouldn't be the one, especially for $49. Now, if you have dry skin, I think it'll be very nice on your skin. I think it's so lightweight. It'll work very well. It'll give you a good, natural, beautiful skin-like customizable finish, and you won't look greasy. You'll probably just look glowy. Good thing though, for those people that are looking into this and do have dry skin or normal skin, is that it is customizable. So you can build this up to evening, nights out, but you could also have this be your everyday foundation because you can make it look more natural by using less products. I would say this is worth it if it's gonna be the only foundation that you're gonna be using. If you really want to invest in it and you have dry skin, by all means go for it. It is a pretty foundation. It's just not the most suitable. I should reword that. It is not suitable for oily skin. If you have skin like this that gets really dewy, why spend $49 when you can spend something else? That's pretty much it, bonitas. Let me know your thoughts. Have you checked out MPH Beauty's newest foundation? Have you heard of MPH Beauty? Let me know what you're thinking. Is this something that you would invest in or you will pass on? Now you can also find this at Sephora if you want to look into this foundation. So that is pretty much it. Let's chat down below. I love interacting con mis bonitas, and I think that's pretty much it. So I hope you guys have a fabulous day. Don't forget to stay safe, stay blessed, and stay beautiful. Y nos vemos pronto. Adios.